Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hobby Night Gaming.
Hello everybody, I am Angela and today I'm joining Chaos Cultist because we're back in, I always forget the name,
Stories from Soul.
From Soul, damn it.
The Gun Dog. Alright, so after meeting our buff mama mechanic last time...
Yeah, can we actually look around still? She told us to leave, but...
But there's so much machinery in here, Angela. If what Cassie says is true and that all the ship's systems are hacked in here, it could be anything. It's certainly giving off a lot of heat, though.
Oh, boy.
She was Southern, right? It's been a week since we were recording.
You were in fact voicing her, and she was Southern.
That's the power distribution module. Oh, Chief, it's you. What is it? The power distribution module. We're situated above the Gundam's main reactor, and this is the system which distributes the power to all the ship's various systems. Oh, is that right? Of course.
Of course. That door leads to the
Terminal computer room. It contains the ship's mainframe and that all the ship's terminals are connected to. It also runs the majority of the ship's hardware. There's a primary access terminal located in there too that gives access to no other terminal that gives access that no other terminal on the ship offers. But for security, only the captain can use it. Great. Thanks for the heads up, Chief. And then I think the last thing is the big mama. There's so much going on in here that I've got no idea what anything is. This could be a waste processing unit, or it could be life support. Of course, Chief. What was it? Why am I that surprised? She is right there. Like, she walked away for 5 seconds before I started talking about something else.
You know, I just assume that she's like doing that thing that happens in anime where like they completely disappear, like they're no longer physically present.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, actually, and she just like pops out of nowhere. She's like coming out of camera space.
This unit's part of the life support system. To be exact, this part is an assessment center of sorts. It continuously samples the atmosphere on board the ship to ensure that it's an optimum level to keep us all alive. I almost read that as it was at an opium level.
And
also, my goodness, that would be a very Slaneshian device indeed.
It would be.
Uh-huh. Right, there is the door to the engine room.
That door leads to one of the ship's
engine rooms. There's another engine room on the other side of the ship, you see. It's not exactly an efficient layout when you're running tests on the systems, but it's what they thought would work best in terms of keeping a swift combat. Oh, thanks, Chief. Alright, if we are done pissing off our, honestly, I don't want to piss you off too much, because I am afraid that you're going to, shoot me out of an airlock or something.
That's fair.
Alright, okay, I can use everything. Can I go use? No.
Don't touch life support.
Okay, we can go to the engines. Shall we go check out the computer?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
I swipe my key card through the card reader set into the terminal by the door leading to the central computer. The door doesn't open, and instead I hear a harsh tone from the terminal, which is now displaying an error message.
Oh, wait, that's a place the captain can only go.
Well, I thought only the terminal could be accessed by him. I didn't know if I could go into the room.
Oh, I see. Access denied. Insufficient authority. Oh, even with your security clearance, you won't be able to go into the main computer room. Because the staff is so small, the ship's computer handles a lot of tasks that would normally be done by the crew. It controls a lot of really sensitive functions, so only the captain and the operations team are allowed access.
Oh, I don't think any of the ships I've been on have had a computer system like that.
The bigger ships usually have their computing distributed amongst multiple systems across the ship.
Well, yeah, because if you lose this one computer, the entire ship goes down.
Yeah, we're borked. But because they've also got larger crews, there's more there's more that the people on board are responsible for. I think that's because a Swift class is so small, there's such a limited crew, they need to assign more functionality to the computer. Because of that, it's a lot more vital that no one screws around with it.
I see. You said that operations have access. Can we take a look using your authority?
Well, since the whole reason I'm here is that I didn't exactly take my responsibilities with the Reliance computer system seriously, the captains told me not to mess around with it.
Ah.
But it's not that interesting anyways, I swear. It just goes beep, boop, beep, boop, beep.
Alright, in that case, we'll go to the engines. The two of us watch from around the corner as the chief continues to mutter to herself, pacing back and forth checking terminal readouts and various displays. Eventually, she heads down the ladder that she'd climbed to confront us. Now out of sight, Cassandra darts towards the engine room, gesturing for me to come over.
Psst, come on, hurry up.
Checking over my shoulder in case the chief has reappeared, I make my way to her just in time for the doorway to the engine room to open and Cassandra to disappear inside before I can raise any objection. Well, it's gotta be better than staying here with the chief. Why would I want to stay here with the hot muscle woman with the scars?
No idea.
And the pixie cut.
It's really...
Oh, Angela!
Yes.
We found your mom's dildo.
Oh.
You took that
That's
just
weird.
well.
Well, you complain when I don't take them well enough sometimes, so I'm trying to be better.
Way to defend the family honor, eh?
Indeed.
The room we find ourselves in is a similar size to the area we just left. But whilst that was crammed full of a huge range of machinery, this room is almost entirely filled by one colossal, cylindrical device.
Aw, yeah.
The pulse of the engine is now a tangible sensation as the vibrations it emits shake your whole body. Oh, bow chicka bow wow!
So this is the main engine. One of... What, you don't like my I'm vibrating because of the engine?
I'm doing it for the viewers.
Very well. So this is the main engine. Well, one of them anyway. Like Chief said, the ship's outfitted with two of these.
I see. What you meant now, I thought you said the gun dog's a huge set of engines with a ship strapped to them. This thing's massive.
How come you're allowed to do it, Gundam?
Because I'm not repeating myself.
What?
You were talking like this.
Oh, I see.
I did it differently.
Yes, I understand now.
So if you want to do it like this, you can.
Okay. I know. I look at it and I feel like you could probably fit the rest of the ship in this room if the engine weren't there. Have fun! Have fun! Have fun!
Hold on, I gotta... Howdy, y'all. That's because it's impossible to get the Higgs field distortion drive any smaller. Ah, Chief!
Oh, Chief, I said that,
So, these engines... It's hard to switch into it while doing this to my throat, okay?
I know.
Howdy, y'all. How y'all doing right now? So, these engines are actually combination nuclear pulse engines built around the Higgs field distortion device.
Drive.
Whatever. Alright, my big throats, I can't do it.
That's fair.
I tap out. If the HFDD wasn't here, then this engine could be about 10 times smaller than it is. Although I hear they've managed to improve the efficiency of newer NPEs, so it's possible that so that the goddamn space savings could be more like 11 times smaller. Can either of you tell me how an HFDD works? Can you tell me how an HF double Ds work? Can you tell me how D's double Ds work?
An HF double D, you say?
Higgs Field Distortion Drive. What are they teaching you at the Academy? It's the drive that allows the ship to move far beyond speeds allowed by conventional engines, although it's nowhere near faster than light. It's what lets us get around the solar system without needing to worry whether we'll live long enough to see the end of the journey.
Nice.
Anyway, everyone knows about the existence of the Higgs field. It's what allows interactions with the Higgs boson that gives particles their mass. Oh, right. Yep. So what the drive does is warp the field relative to the ship and those on board. By doing this, it displaces the mass to a different area of space, but within the same relative... Okay, so what she is literally explaining is how a Star Trek drive, I believe, works.
That's great. That's
by compressing space it like expands space behind it while compressing it in front of it, so it like gets pushed and pulled through space at the same time.
I see.
Something like that.
Okay, nice.
And then, not to be confused with the Futurama drive.
Of course.
Which, you know how that one works.
I don't remember, actually.
Well, you can't move a ship faster than light, right?
Okay, yeah.
And then the Professor Farnsworth figured that out.
Yes.
So, you can't break that rule.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, what the engine does is it parks the ship wherever it is in space and moves the universe around it.
Oh, of course, yes.
Because that's much easier. Apparently. As the Chief continues on with her explanation, you glance at Cassandra and see a thinly veiled look of terror on her face. You can't blame her, as you feel much the same way caught in this impromptu lecture. Then, because the particles retain their relationship with each other, the general perception is that things are the same as normal. However, from an exterior perspective, the lecture drags on, and you quickly lose track of the Chief's explanation. I was following it. Although you recognize the words she's saying, you can no longer make sense of the context, and they come to seem to mean like a meaningless string of sounds, her eldritch cacophony resonating through your skull. You feel your sanity melting away.
Praise be to Zinch.
Does that make sense? Yeah. So the field, it's got the mass, which I understand what she's saying more than the character does.
It's true.
I'm offended. No. How to put it? Okay, so imagine that space is a ketchup packet, and you're the sauce, honey.
The sauce?
Right, the sauce. Now, with the distortion drive, what the distortion drive does, you see, it's like a thumb on the universe of the packet. It moves the salts around by changing the shape of the packet to push the salts.
I understand.
So the packet is the universe, we're the sauce, and the drive is a thumb. You've got it! You quickly glance back to Cassandra and meet her eyes. She's doing the same thing. You know for certain that neither of you have, quote, got it. And that's why these engines have to be so big. To house that drive. Oh, it all makes sense now. I see. Definitely. Yes, thank you. Great. Well, now that you appreciate the science behind it, I won't have to throw you out of here. Thanks, Chief. Anytime, just remember, Lieutenant. Yes, Chief? Screw with anything and I'll throw you out of the airlock instead. Yes, Chief.
Sauce?
Yes. Alright, so I think the only thing we can look at in here is the engine.
Is she gonna pop back up?
One of the ship's two engines, apparently it's that big because it's a combination of a standard nuclear pulse engine and a Higgs field distortion drive. I think I almost lost consciousness when the Chief was explaining it.
Use
the engine!
That's true, she did threaten to throw you out of the airlock if you touched it.
Okay, fine, I won't. Alright, let's go ahead and move back to engineering. And we are going to go ahead and move on to... back to the thoroughfare. And let's check out the armory.
Woohoo! Give me the guns!
Alright, we swipe our key card through the card reader set into the terminal by the armory's door. Instead of the door opening, as you would expect, you hear a harsh tone from the terminal. Looking at its screen, you see a message displaying in large, flashing letters. Access denied. Insufficient authority.
It looks like your clearance hasn't been fully processed yet. You'll have to meet the captain before you can get into that room.
Fair enough, fair enough. Back to the central hub. Alright, so we just came from that direction. The airlock is where we came from originally, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. As we head away from the central hub, the noise from the engine becomes quieter and the ambient temperature feels noticeably cooler. The thoroughfare stretches out in front of us, with doorways leading to other areas of the ship visible in the distance.
And here we are in the...
Fortified thoroughfare, I know. I went to my quarters earlier when I came aboard.
What did you just say?
Fortified thoroughfare?
No, I don't think you did.
I'm pretty sure, like 100% that I said Thurfet. It's a tricky thing to say, alright? You try saying it 3 times fast.
Oh, god damn it. Four-side thoroughfare. Four-fide thoroughfare. Four-fide thoroughfare.
It's just four-side thoroughfare, Damn it!
Okay, I'm gonna actually try, because I was reading the actual text. Four-side thoroughfare, four-side thoroughfare, four-side thoroughfare.
Nice.
Ha!
One more time. Four-side thoroughfare, four-side thoroughfare, four-side thoroughfare.
I had to, like, keep staring at the correct spelling of
Me
it.
too. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat.
Damn it, I can't do that one.
Aha, yourself, madame.
We'll call this one a draw, Lieutenant.
Alright, so from here we can go, let's see. Okay, we got a bunch of options.
So, your quarters are down this way, huh?
That's right, why?
I'm wondering where you'd be. On a Swift class, there's 2 different quarter sections. One has all the department chiefs, whilst the other has the crew that works within those departments. Since you're the only security officer on board, I was wondering if you'd count as a department head or not.
He should. Oh. I guess I don't, because I'm just slumming it.
That doesn't seem right. Oh, that's not... What I meant was that,
I'm messing with you, don't worry about it. The head of security is typically under the captain's instruction anyway, so it makes sense that my quarters are down this way. Okay, there you go.
Oh, I guess so. When you put it like that, I guess.
I still think he would be part of the command.
Would think that he'd be part of the command crew. So have you met any of your neighbors yet?
Let's see. No. I met this guy, Hans.
Oh, you've met him already?
Not the gun dog. I knew him back on the Khalik.
Oh. Is he the guy you've told me about?
Yep, that's right. Not what you'd call my biggest fan.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
Haru Humney. Nope. Not met them, though.
I haven't spent much time with Haru. They're a second AF pilot on board the Gundam. As far as I know, they're a pretty good pilot, but that's only from what they say, so I can't say for sure if it's true or not. Haru spends all of their time hanging out with Hansen, and the 2 of them swagger around like they own the place.
Spends a lot of time with Hansen, huh? Well, I guess that tells me something. Dalton Grange, haven't run into him yet.
Oh, such a sweetie.
Okay, so that's the best friend, I'm guessing?
Yeah, he's the junior engineer. He's actually just a student working towards his degree in naval engineering on the JCF scholarship, so he's still really eager to please. If you know what I mean. You can watch him bounce around the hangar like a pinball, trying to get everything the chief tells him to do done as quickly as possible.
That sounds like he's a little bit high-strung.
You bet! He's right at the start of his training, so he'll jump the second you tell him to. You can go into the hangar and shout, "Dalton!" and he's there in a second. The other day, the chief told him to find her a left-handed wrench, and he was tearing the hangar apart trying to find one.
Oh, poor kid.
Oh, he's okay. The chief was only busting his chops.
And Dylan Dees.
Nuts! He's the ship's gunner. Bit of a weird guy, if you ask me. You're more likely to find him in fire control than you'll ever will in his quarters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he brought tons of cassettes with him, and day or night, you'll find him listening to them one after the other. He's always sat staring out into space or air drumming along. He doesn't really talk to anyone.
Well, at least he's always at his post. Alright. I don't think we need to really do anything here. Let's check out our quarters. As we step into our quarters, Cassandra follows us in.
Bow, chicka, bow.
She stands by the door for a moment, looking around the room before turning to face you.
Wow, you really need to keep it tidy, don't you?
I try, but dear God, my wife is a constant fight. I've only just got here. That's not a lot of time to make a mess.
Are you kidding? I'm pretty sure my bag exploded the moment I stepped into my quarters.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Jovian military supplies just aren't the way they used to be, or maybe it was operator error.
And what is that supposed to mean, Lieutenant?
Nothing. Just considering all possibilities, ma'am.
What is that?
What?
Lieutenant Chaos, don't tell me that
What? What is it?
your chair, it's not perfectly aligned with the terminal. I guess nobody's perfect, huh?
I would have made more of an effort if I knew the officer doing spot checks was such a stickler.
Well, I suppose I won't have to report you to the captain this time, Lieutenant.
Alright. Do I have any messages? Nope.
Just that you should probably go see the captain.
We'll think about it. We are thinking about it. But first, we'll go to the other crew quarters.
Oh, you can see her room. And this is the second set of crew quarters, where operations staff, me and Vanessa, and the department heads and the captain have their quarters.
So I actually don't know this. What she's making sense, but like on an actual naval vessel, wouldn't they bunk the women and men separately?
I actually don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I've been on like big ships, like because I've like gone on
Because I know there aren't. I'm sure there have been female submariners, but I doubt there's many.
Yeah, I can't I don't know of any specifically, but I've also not like looked into it either.
Right. Because spaceships tend to be are normally more submarine, especially when they're this kind of depiction, than they are battleship.
Right. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Well, maybe just because it's such a small quarters, they were like, instead of separating it by gender or something.
That makes sense.
They just were like, well, officers are not.
I guess that makes sense.
Of course, it's obvious why you'd come this way so soon after finding out I was part of the crew.
What do you mean? Oh, I'm supposed to be meeting the captain soon.
You know, and despite that, you've let your libido guide you to my quarters. You animal.
Let's maybe save that for later, okay?
You tease.
Right.
That's Dr. Rosarium's quarters. Rosarium's. Sorry, that's Dr. Rosarium's quarters. Although I've never seen or heard him use them. He's pretty severe.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's hard to explain. I guess you'll find out when you meet him.
Okay. He must be pretty intense. Normally, Cassie's got a lot more to say about people than that.
My girlfriend's a gossip.
Kenzie's that? Oh, that's the chief's room. She seems pretty committed to the job. I bet she doesn't spend much time up here. Nameplate reads Cassandra Quinn. Alright, I think I know who that is.
This is Vanessa's room. She's great. We work together in operations. Definitely.
Sorry. Oh yeah, your friends already?
Definitely. She's done so much for me already. She's always letting me know that she's covered. She's always letting me know that she's covered for me when I'm late. That she's picked up on some of my tasks when I'm running behind. She is a little angel. I'm getting the impression that my character
is an idiot.
And lazy.
And that her V-Lord friend is just building up a folder of
dirt to give to the captain so she can fire Cassandra. Cassandra, I run your diagnostics again. I don't know what I'd do without her.
Okay. Oh, and then there's quarters. The captain's quarters sits at the end of the corridor, differentiated from the other doors in the corridor by the small insignia that sits above the nameplate. Like the others in the corridor, it displays the occupant's name, in this case, Captain Maris Bartomuse.
Bartomuse!
Even in your role as security officer, there are a few rooms on the ship that you don't have access to, and the captain's quarters is one of them. There's nothing for you here right now, so you turn back into the darkness.
Into the dark. You can go in. You could have gone into her quarters.
Okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Genuinely, go talk to the captain.
No, we have to go into her quarters.
Oh, by the way, if you ever want access to my quarters, the passcode for the lock is 0211. It's pretty much the same passcode I use for everything.
Please remember that. I have a feeling we might need to remember that.
You know what? That's a great call, actually. I'm going to literally take a picture of not my face, please.
Yeah, let's just keep that 0211 in mind. I have a feeling
that's
what she's been setting every password on the ship to.
Yeah, oh, good call.
Might
good call.
be good
that might be, yeah, that might actually...
Got it.
0211.
It's your birthday, isn't it? Oh, that's right. It must be our anniversary. You didn't think you guys forgot our anniversary? I thought it was her birthday.
Yeah, I was definitely... Good job. Oh, wait. Before you go in, can you give me a few minutes to tidy up the place? I was almost late for my duty shift this morning, so it's, it's kind of a mess. Let me just put some stuff away, okay?
I'm going to report you to the captain. Keeping herself between me and the entrance of her room, Cassandra opens the door using the control panel to its right. As it opens, she swiftly steps through, and before it's even all the way open, closes it again using the panel on her side of the entrance. The entire time, she obstructs my view of her quarters.
It won't be long, I promise.
Huh. A few minutes pass, and I continue to stand gingerly outside Cassie's quarters, and I hear the occasional footsteps coming from the foreside thoroughfare, but they all move to other parts of the ship. Thankfully, no one stops by to ask why security is lurking outside one of the operation officer's quarters. Hey, Cassie! You give the door a gentle knock, leaning against the wall, continuing to remain on lookout for anyone who may have some questions about what the hell we're doing out here. How's it going in there?
Oh, yeah, almost done. Just give me a minute to get this sorted out and...
That last pause is followed by a loud bang and the sound of a small cascade of various objects onto the floor.
Okay, a few more minutes.
I sigh and step back from the door. If anyone asks, I can always tell them that I'm doing spot checks for contraband or something.
Done! Come in. I don't think I cleaned up at all.
I think you did.
Welcome. Make yourself at...
As we step through the door frame, the toe of our boot catches a discarded pair of leggings, which are held in place by our other foot. And as that we begin to fall over, we reach out to catch on something to stop ourselves. Unfortunately, the chair you reached out for has a uniform thrown over the backrest, which slips as we grab it, bringing both the chair and the assortment of cosmetics on the seat clattering down to the floor with us.
Oh, Jack, are you... Sorry, I thought...
Cassie?
Yeah?
Thought you said you were tidying this place up.
Is...
Then why did I just get brained by a falling hair dryer?
There was a system.
I get back to my feet, and right the chair as Cassie quickly brings the assorted bottles and tubes that fell down with us, placing them randomly back on any nearby surface. We almost launch into a speech about securely stowing possessions in case of high speed.
Why did you look at me like that when you said that?
Because when we came home from the grocery store earlier today, you forgot to put away half of the refrigerables.
Okay, that did happen a little bit. They were in a refrigerable bag. It's fine.
It's open. Doesn't the captain ever carry out spot checks or surprise inspections?
No, it's great. From what I've heard, her quarters are a worse state than mine.
Is that right?
I really thought our captain was a guy for some reason. I don't know why I thought that, but I really did.
Cassie's bed. It currently appears to be acting as a makeshift wardrobe. Does she move all the clothes before she goes to sleep, or do they act like an extra sheet? How does she have this much clothing on board?
She did say her suitcase exploded when she came in. So
Yeah, it does look that way.
Yeah.
Like everything else.
You never cleaned it up.
This terminal appears to be in use as extra storage space. Even the chair is covered in crap. Since Kathy's in operations, you'd think she'd make more use out of her terminal than anyone else on board, but I can't see how she uses it like this.
That's because she has the work one and the ice beam on the bridge.
This time I'll keep my wits about me for any inadvertent booby traps before I come in. Okay, let's go ahead and maybe we'll end this by meeting the cap. No, wait, we have to go into fire control.
Fire control!
Moving beyond the mess hall and the hangar access, the two of you continue to the furthest end of the four-side thoroughfare. The door at the very end of the corridor is shut. The words "Fire Control" painted in large, stenciled letters. Cassandra swipes her keycard through the reader by the door before turning to us.
So, this is fire control. The gunner's probably here, but, well, you'll see.
That's kind of cryptic.
Whoa.
As we follow Cassandra through the doorway, our eyes take a moment to adjust as the strip lighting that illuminates the rest of the ship is now conspicuously absent. Instead, the entire room is lit by the phosphorescent glow from the alcove full of screens and readouts. Looking at the screens, each one seems to not be showing much more than a few specks on a black background. From experience, though, you know that what you are looking at is a live feed from cameras all over the ship's exterior. In the center of this alcove, facing away from you, is a seat like the ones on the bridge. From this angle, it's impossible to tell if there's anyone in it, but you notice a tiny, rhythmic hiss coming from it.
So, anyway, all of the ship's weapon systems are controlled from here. These screens give the gunner a panoramic view of...
Is the gunner here right now, in the room, with us? We look over Cassandra's shoulder at the back of the seat, and we swear we see a quick flicker of movement, but can't be sure. It's not just a flash of the readouts reflecting off of the surface.
Oh, Dylan? Yeah, he's here.
Should we say hello?
Well, normally I would, but...
Cassandra leans back slowly as if trying to surreptitiously sneak a peek at what's on the other side of the chair without it noticing her. She quickly turns back to you after a moment's pause.
He just looks so in the zone, you know? It seems a shame to interrupt him.
Interrupt what exactly? Cassandra leans back again and after a moment quietly gestures for you to come take a look. Sat in the chair is a man who looks a little bit older than you. His eyes are closed and his face is a picture of absolute serenity. Over his ears are possibly the largest pair of headphones you've seen in your entire life.
I've seen larger.
Same. As he sits there, oblivious to your presence, his right leg bounces up and down and his wrists flick constantly. You wonder for a moment if he's okay before spying a cassette player poking. I mean, we heard about this guy earlier.
Yeah.
Poking out of his jacket. You realize that the hiss you hear is the slightest whisper of the music that he's listening to escape from those substantial headphones. Is this okay? Shouldn't he be a bit more attentive?
Oh, don't worry, it's fine. He's not even on duty.
Yeah, but what if there's an alert?
Let's find
Cassandra moves over to a panel just before the monitor-laden alcove and takes a receiver off the wall before entering a few numbers into the keypad.
0211.
Hi, Vanessa? Yeah, it's Cassie. Can we test the alert system in fire control? No, I know it's not scheduled. It's a spot check. Yeah, random testing, Chief's orders. Of course she asked, why would I be asking for a spot test of the alert in fire control if the chief didn't ask? You're a darling, thanks. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Loud!
In an instant, you see the figure in the chair bolt upright, yank his headphones off, and lay his hands on the fire control systems, his head snapping back and forth as he rapidly surveys the wall of monitors. False alarm.
Oh, hey Dylan, don't mind us, just had to do a spot check on the alarm system. Chief's orders.
Oh, hey Quinn, no problem. Who's this? Lieutenant Jack Chaos, ship security. Oh, hey. Warrant Officer Dylan D's gunner. Welcome aboard. Thanks. Well, let me know if you guys need anything. That alert totally got in the way of an awesome solo, so I'm going to rewind and pick up where I left off. Good to meet you? Nice. I like Dylan.
Dylan is cool. You also gave him the deepest voice. I like it.
Why shouldn't Dylan D's have
Dylan
a
D's? Dylan D's nuts should definitely have a deep voice.
Damn right. Every single one of these screens is linked to a camera on the ship's hull. Although it doesn't look like it, this actually represents a 360-degree view of all around the Gundog. Yep, so both say the same thing. So we are going to go ahead and leave. And my goodness gracious, are
we doing it?
Let's see. Oh, I mean, we have to go to sickbay.
Of course. Oh, yeah, we can meet the creepy doctor.
There's got to be a creepy doctor. Yes.
Well, no, she told us. She was like, "You'll meet the doctor," and you'll be like,
I mean, look what the doctor's got on the wall.
Yep.
That's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
The elevator doors hiss open, and we both step out into a wide open room. You're immediately struck by the glare of the high-powered lights that are set into the ceiling, and just as we regain our vision, the powerful aroma of clinical disinfectant burns our nostrils. Looking around, we see the standard features of a sick bay: a set of beds that extrude from the wall on one side and a large gallery window set into the wall on the other, indicating the presence of a surgery wing. The walls are lined with cupboards and cabinets containing medical supplies, and various devices sit on countertops. In the middle of the room is a large desk set to face the entrance. On the side, closest to you, are 2 chairs, and on the other sits a figure that you almost mistake for a piece of medical equipment until they look up.
That seems fine.
Miss Quinn, excellent timing. I've just finished the analysis of your...
Oh, hey Doc, don't worry about that right now. I'm giving a tour to one of our new security officers.
I think he's the only security officer.
Thank you, Squidward. Shut up.
Very good, Miss Quinn. Hello, Lieutenant Chaos. I'm the ship's doctor, Cypher Rosario. I've reviewed your file already, so please feel free to stop by with any complaints. But since you're here, Mrs. Quinn, I'd really like to talk about your gastro...
Honestly, Doctor, it's fine. We can talk about it.
Intestinal...
Doctor, later.
Distress...
Okay, Doctor, a moment, please. If you could just give me a few minutes with the doctor.
Yeah, no problem. Cassandra grabs the doctor by a sleeve and drags him over to the surgery wing. yanking him through the door behind her. Once the door closes, you can't hear them, but you can still see the two through the gallery window. We decide to turn our attention away and examine a nearby poster on space illnesses.
Yes! Thank you, Doctor. I understand.
So that includes any synthetic meats or carbohydrates.
Understood.
But as I've explained, I've got a full supply of Nutrishake powders that should serve as a balanced replacement for the meals from the food vendor and should alleviate your...
Doctor!
Tummy troubles.
This talk is moving on.
He seems good.
Yeah, he's fine. I don't know why she was calling him weird.
Those beds are patients who need to stay in sick bay for whatever reason. All the monitors behind them are to display patients' vital statistics. It's rare you'll see one used. They're definitely kind of looking to what's from Star Trek, like the original ones.
Yeah.
All those cupboards and cabinets are jam-packed with different medical supplies, tools, nutritional supplements, and so on. I guess it's good to have it all in hand.
Gonna get high.
Yeehaw! That portion of the sick bay is separated off for surgical procedures. It has its own separate environmental controls and is completely sealed off from the rest of the ship when in use. It also contains robotic assistant units.
Beep boop.
It's state-of-the-art, but you'd still never want to end up in there. Okay. I mean, can we say anything, Tim?
Lieutenant, are you feeling unwell?
No, I'm feeling fine.
Have you come to pick up any medication?
No, I'm totally alright, thanks.
Have you come in for a precautionary checkup?
No, nothing like that.
Then are you here to ask about my mechanical elements?
What? No, of course not.
Oh. Well, in that case, Lieutenant Chaos, I'm not sure I can help you today.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You know about...
I was gonna say, I kind of want to know about your mechanical elements. I didn't actually notice his hand, but I noticed the eye.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't actually see the hand.
And finally...
The bridge!
The music change?
Nope.
Okay. We step from the elevator onto the bridge, and what seems to have been a pretty quiet atmosphere turns totally silent, as the two women present who had previously been observing a screen turn to face us. And with that, folks, we will catch you next time. Please be sure to subscribe, give the video a like, and do let us know if you've been enjoying this down in the comments. We are trying to grow this channel. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers. So if you've made it this far into a 40-something minute long video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know you want to.
Do it. Do it right now.
All right.
I demand it.
Thank you guys, and we will see you next time.
Bye, everybody.